Good evening, one and all. On behalf of the Bombay Bar Association, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to their lordships, Justice Manish Pitale, Justice R.G. Avachat, and Justice R.N. Laddha. May I request our President, Mr. Nitin Thakkar, to kindly come to the dais, address our members, and commence today's function.
The Honorable Mr. Justice Manish Pitale, the Honorable Mr. Justice Rajendra Avachat, the Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Laddha, Mr. Vishal Kanade, Secretary Bombay Bar Association, members of the Standing Committee of Bombay Bar Association, former presidents and senior advocates, other members of Bombay Bar Association, ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy today to welcome each one of your lordships to meet our members. We are one of the oldest bar of the country, which has given several Chief Justices of India, including our present Chief Justice, several judges of the Supreme Court of India, several Chief Justices of High Courts, judges of High Courts, Attorney Generals of India, Solicitor Generals of India, Advocate Generals of State, including our present AG, Dr. Birendra Saraf, the Additional Solicitor Generals of India. This bar has glorious traditions, and it has always thrived in standing up for maintaining highest standards in judiciary. During emergency, contributions made by the members of the association was exemplary. Sirs, we welcome you amongst us. Justice Manish Pitale is a first-generation lawyer, and he was born on 11 September 1970 at Nagpur in the family of civil servant. Justice Pitale's father, being a very high-ranking IAS officer, was posted at Delhi, who ultimately retired as an Additional Secretary Government of India. Due to his father's postings at Delhi, his lordship had all his education from school level. At Delhi, his lordship graduated from Hindu College, University of Delhi, and completed LLB from Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. His lordship excelled in debating competitions and was awarded prizes. Having enrolled as an advocate in 1995, his lordship from his law student days was so much impressed by the Supreme Court of India that he wanted to commence his practice at Supreme Court, but was advised by Sri Hari Ane to commence practice at the High Court. So after a brief stint of about 2 years with Sri Hari Ane at Nagpur, his lordship shifted his base to Delhi. There his lordship joined the chambers of Sri A.K. Sanghi, senior advocate, till 2001. From 2001, his lordship commenced his independent practice and handled cases in all branches of law, be it constitutional, arbitration, commercial matters, civil and criminal cases. His lordship also represented state of Maharashtra in Supreme Court. He was poor man's counsel, which enabled him to argue all his cases, and that was noticed by all as a bright upcoming young lawyer, which resulted in a call from the Chief Justice from our court sometime in 2016 to join the bench of Bombay High Court. At a great sacrifice, his lordship answered the call of duty in affirmative, and on 5th June 2017, he was appointed as a judge of our court, but with permanent headquarters at Nagpur. The then Chief Justice Dipankar Datta has brought him here at Mumbai permanently for our benefit. His lordship is an avid reader of non-fictional books and was playing cricket till 2019, when due to medical advice he has discontinued. Sir, we are thankful to you for having agreed to accept our invitation to meet our members. On behalf of our members, I assure your lordship of full cooperation in discharge of your judicial functions. May I now request Mr. Farhan Dubash to present the plant as a token of our appreciation to his lordship. Justice Rajendra Govind Avachat was born on 15th March 1964. His Lordship had all his education up to graduation in commerce at Shirur, Godnadi, district Pune. A brilliant academic career in law college, having secured first class all throughout, His Lordship completed LLB from ILS Law College, Pune in 1987. He immediately enrolled himself as a lawyer with Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa in 1987, and he commenced his practice in the Court of Civil Judge Junior Division and Judicial Magistrate First Class at Godnadi and in the District Court at Pune. In May 1992, His Lordship joined judiciary at its lowest rung as a Civil Judge Junior Division and Judicial Magistrate First Class. He was promoted as an ad hoc additional district judge in October 2003 and then as district judge in January 2008. His Lordship served as Principal District Judge Kolhapur from 15 to 17 and thereafter as Registrar Vigilance in Bombay High Court till his elevation on 11th of October 2018. Sir, your journey as a judge is inspiring. Starting as a Civil Judge Junior Division, you have achieved what would be impossible. We want to wish you still greater laurels for you, and we assure you that all our members will cooperate with you in discharge of your duty. We thank you for having accepted our invitation to meet our members. May I call upon Ms. Kainaz Irani to present token of our love and appreciation to Justice Avachat. Justice Rajesh Laddha was born on 27th April 1964 at Yavatmal. His Lordship studied at Nagpur. He did his LLB from the University College of Law of the then Nagpur University and enrolled as an advocate on the rolls of Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa in the year 1989. He commenced his practice in civil and criminal law at Yavatmal in trial court. And after practicing for 18 years in the trial court, His Lordship joined judiciary as a direct district judge from the bar in the year 2008. He was posted as a judge of City Civil Court and Sessions Court at Mumbai twice, additional district judge at Kolhapur, principal district judge at Latur and Satara. His Lordship also worked in the registry of the Bombay High Court in various positions like Registrar Inspection and Registrar Vigilance. His Lordship was thereafter appointed as Principal Secretary and Legal Remembrance of Government of Maharashtra on 15th November 2018 till His Lordship was elevated as a Judge of Bombay High Court on 25th of June 2021. We thank Your Lordship for having accepted our invitation today, and we assure Your Lordship of full cooperation of the bar for discharging in your duties. May I request Mr. Ankit Lohia to present token of our love and appreciation to His Lordship.
Thank you, Mr. Thakkar. May I now request His Lordship Justice Manish Pitale to kindly address our members.
My esteemed colleagues, Justice Avachat, Justice Laddha, President and Office Bearers of the Bar Association, senior advocates, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. When your secretary, Mr. Vishal Kanade, came the other day and said that you wish to welcome me, I said I've been here for about 4 months now. And so in Marathi we say, Navazuna Zhalo. So, you know. But he said, no, it's more to meet the members of the bar. Now that was something which I was looking forward to, because till the 4th of June 2017, I was a member of the bar till I metamorphosed into a judge on the next day, on 5th June. This is what I miss, having come on this side, sitting in the bar room discussing with colleagues. So there's a charm to both the aspects, being a member of the bar, being a member of the bench. But there are some things that you always miss, which is one of this. Sitting in the bar rooms, canteens, I remember in the Supreme Court. You must have been there on miscellaneous days in the Supreme Court, how matters are called out, argued, dismissed most of the times. And, and in between you end up sitting in the canteen, having cups of coffee with seniors, with colleagues, with juniors. And there's a cup of coffee for every occasion, which I miss. Your matter, a very good matter which you argued valiantly, is dismissed on the 5th minute of your argument, cup of coffee. There's a matter in which you don't know what should I argue. You're thinking in your office, I can't find a point. And then you stand in the court and the judges look at you and say, notice, interim relief, cup of coffee. So, so that's how your life at the bar is. It changes dramatically when you come on this side. Mr. Thakkar said, I've been a poor man's lawyer. Yes, indeed, I was. And one of the advantages I had because of being a poor man's lawyer, as he mentioned, was that I argued almost all my matters, 95% matters, because my clients didn't have the wherewithal to engage senior counsels of Supreme Court, you know how they are. So that sort of helped me get noticed by the system. I am a first generation lawyer, no background. My father was in the Indian Economic Service, and he also came from Maharashtra, from interior places. My grandfather was also in service, so he was posted all over. My father had school education at very remote places, but by the sheer dint of his effort and merit, he made it into an All India service. And his batchmates were from the Delhi School of Economics and the London School of Economics. But he used to tell us always that it doesn't matter where you have your education from. In his case, he used to say that if I know my economics, then I just know it, whether my colleague or my senior is from wherever. So it's like that. That's what I say to all of my friends in Nagpur and Amravati, which is our home district, that it doesn't matter where you do your law from or which court you practice, as long as you know your subject. So this was big change. When I came on this side, I was told to go to Nagpur, my headquarters, my hometown in a way. But I've been very lucky. Successive Chief Justices have sent me on visiting assignments. Twice I was called here in Bombay. I was, of course, part of division benches. And I had an opportunity to sit in Aurangabad. In Goa for 6 months, Justice Datta gave me a 6-month stint there. And all my Nagpur colleagues used to say that you're going there to have a good time. And I assured them that's not the case. And I assure you that in Goa, if you're ready to work, the bar cooperates. And I have heard matters at 6:30 in the evening in Goa. It was a great experience, different branches of law there. But everywhere I've seen, and particularly here, now that I'm sitting single, that our system is literally creaking with the burden of pendency. When you sit in the benches, when you sit in the High Court of Bombay at Goa, they don't like being called a bench, and rightly so. So there you have matters which can be heard and decided within half an hour or at the most 1 hour, and there's a lot of satisfaction for a judge that you've that day heard matters and disposed of or decided them. Finally, that's important. But in the principal seat, in my visiting assignments, and even now, I feel that sometimes even all the matters listed for the day are not even touched once, and that leaves a sense of guilt amongst us judges, that there is pendency, we are unable to do things, and that's the reason why even the bar is sort of interested in arguing matters at the interim stage. Everybody is fighting for interim orders, and if you get one, then you've almost won the case. So this is something we should all worry about. I mentioned it the other day to your president that the way we are going and we don't do something about it, there might be a day when members of the bar who are learning, who are today juniors, will have reached the stage when they will be designated as senior counsels. They might be invited to the bench, but they will not have argued a single final hearing matter. It is possible the way we are going. So we have to do something about this. And I have been requesting my Chief Justices that we need to, not as a matter of a regimented kind of procedure, but in discussion with the bar, whether we can have some thought on improving our notes of arguments and setting limits for the time duration that we consume for arguing matters. There would be matters which would require lengthy hearings, but can we set down some procedure informally that half an hour each, 45 minutes on each side, and finish off matters? It's important because I have not touched in these 4 months and a few days of my sitting here, barring 2 days, any final hearing matter. Now this is something we should all worry about, because most of the time what counsel says that this is a matter which can be disposed of at admission stage, and therefore matters are kept for disposal. Sometimes they get adjourned, sometimes they get disposed of. But think of those matters that were admitted because there was something substantial found in that matter, or at least arguable questions that were found. And those matters are pending since, I don't know, 2002 onwards, at least in the assignment that I have. I disposed of one matter of 2002 last month. It was a sense of great satisfaction. But again, only because it was mentioned by way of a precipi, one of the parties were a senior citizen, I gave directions for listing. So this is an aspect I think we should really all worry about. And when I came here and my friends and colleagues at Nagpur saw that I was given an assignment of the original side, and they said, oh my God, original side Bombay, and you've always practiced in the Supreme Court, you've been an appellate court lawyer, the rest of Maharashtra doesn't have original side. My colleagues will tell you that what a original side judge does here, a judge in the Court of Civil Judge Senior Division does in the rest of Maharashtra. So one of my brother judges here, an irrepressible character, he said that, what are you doing as an original side judge? You are a district court on steroids, he said. So, no, but I must say the quality of arguments, it's very, very nice to hear all of you. But my real concern is that this quality should be replicated in the district courts, because the poor litigant there requires quality legal assistance, and he or she is not getting it, I'm telling you. That is why we have so many appeals, so many challenges, because we don't have lawyers who are able to advise them properly when it matters. If you see the 131st report of the Law Commission, it talks about the role of the legal profession in administration of justice. And one of the aspects it emphasizes on is that it is the duty of the lawyer, member of the bar, to help reduce pendency at 2 stages. One is in his office, his or her office. When the papers come to that lawyer, he should be able to advise the litigant that probably you don't have a case at all, so let's try to settle the matter, or let's be realistic here. But that's not happening. The second stage is in the court. What to argue, which points to argue, what kind of judgments to show. You have to limit them to only the relevant issues. Or when a litigant comes and advises and seeks advice on filing an appeal, you should be honest enough to tell him that there's no point in filing an appeal in such a matter. This is what the Law Commission recommends, and this was sometime in the late 1980s. The report is gathering dust somewhere. We are not all reflecting on all of this. So if we do, then probably the quality that we see here in High Court, Principal Seat, benches, Supreme Court Bar, that will be replicated in the Mofussil courts and the district courts, where our services are needed the most. So I hope I'm not lecturing you and pontificating, but this is a matter of real concern when you come on this side, that I really wonder how litigants still have faith in this system. It just goes to show that the other components of the system governance are so inefficient and bad and hostile that they still have hope in our system, the court system. We should think about that, do something about it, but generally enjoy life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justice Pitale, for that very inspiring speech. On behalf of the association, I can assure His Lordships that in all the endeavours for expedited hearings and our proceedings on the original side, we will cooperate with your Lordships and all endeavours which my Lords may have. May I also take this opportunity to sincerely thank His Lordship Justice Pitale, Justice Avachat and Justice Laddha for having accepted our invitation, for being here with us today. I would also like to thank all our members for attending this function in such large numbers. This concludes our function for today. Thank you for joining us. Please join us for tea and snacks. Please.